All right, man, we got to work fast. My name is Nick Clark, and I am the founder of Sup Dog Yoga Adventures and retail shop inside of Spotted Dog Yoga in Folsom, California. We're breaking down how to pack your board in, fill your board up, ride your board, and then pack your board out of your most amazing places, the most amazing lakes anywhere in the world. So I think the reason I'm doing this video series is because people have a misconception about inflatable paddle boards. I mean, they think that they're like a blow-up inner tube or something like that, but these things are kick-ass, and you can get them at a discounted rate with a custom fit here at Spotted Dog Yoga. So you're going to want to come check it out. All right, so we're at the point where we just went through, and I showed you how to ride your paddle board. Gave you a few tips. If you want those tips, just go to the episode prior to this. Okay, now we're going to show you how to break it down. You've had an amazing day, a couple beers, a couple sandwiches. You've been with great friends. You got a little bit of a sunburn, and it's now time for you to take it home. Take the party home. So what you're going to do is you're going to first take your board out of the water, and you're going to put it down gently on its side. It can be on gravel, or it can be on pavement. I got a phone call that I'm going to decline. Okay, so it can be on pavement, grass, gravel, whatever. Just be gentle with it, but they're very tough, so you'll be okay. All right, and the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pop the fins out, okay? So these green fins, the dorsal fins, they just pop out. Just like that, no problem, really easy. The blue fin, as we talked about in the earlier video, is a little bit more challenging, so you have to be patient. You just unscrew the screw at the very top of the board. And again, if you didn't see the video on how to screw this in, you're going to want to go back. That's probably the most valuable video, maybe the funniest video of the whole series. So you're going to unscrew the screw from the bolt, slide the skag fin forward, pull the skag fin out, and then you're going to take the screw and you're going to put it in the center of the bolt, and hopefully you don't drop the screw in there like I did. But that happens, see, so this is real. Okay, then you got to turn it back over, you got to get the screw out, because that screw is important. And you don't want to lose that screw. Where the hell did that screw go? You can't make this shit up. You really can't. Okay. So anyway, we lost the screw. But dude, that's the point. That's the thing. Seriously, this happens to me out on the dirt all the time. And it's middle of the night. My friends can attest to it. And it's right in front of you, and you just can't find it. Just like that, bleeds into the carpet. Okay, good. So I found it. Now you take the screw, slide the nut to the center of the opening where the fin attaches, you pull the screw out, you pull the nut out. Okay, good. And then the next thing that you're going to want to do is take this screw, and you're going to want to put it through the dorsal fin at the very front of your board, screw it in, and then you're going to put the fins away, all right? Whatever happened, that was perfect. Okay, good. And then you're going to take these guys, and inside of your paddleboard, you're going to go ahead, paddleboard bag, you're going to slide them right inside of this little container right here, okay? And that just makes sure that you don't miss your fin, lose your fin. You got it zipped up right here. Okay, good. Then you're going to go ahead and you're going to turn your board over, and you're going to put your board on your belly, just like this. And you're going to come to the high pressure valve at the very front of your board. The high pressure valve at the very front of your board is really loud when you release it, so you're going to just want to be really cautious of that. I actually take one of my fingers and I put it in my ear that's closest to the pressure valve before I depress. So I'm going to put my finger into my ear, and I'm going to put my thumb on the depress valve, and it's going to make a little noise. Ready? It scared almost anybody. Scared the shit out of me the first time. Woo! Okay, so just hold it down, and if you turn it to the right while it's down, it'll just depress by itself, okay? So you don't have to hold it down as long as I did, but if you push it down and turn it to the right, it'll depress by itself. If you got the time, I just recommend that you let it deflate itself. Okay, if you just let it sit here, it's going to lose air, and that's good. Okay, but if you're just kind of like me, you just want to get going, maybe you spend 10 minutes extra on the water that you didn't plan, you got to get home to the kids, whatever, you can just roll it up, just like this. So you get behind it here, and I just crawl up on the board lightly and push the air out. While I'm doing this, the valve is still open at the front, and that means that the air is still coming out of the valve, okay? So you'll hear it. You these things are tough, man, so you just you can lightly push down through your knees on it. The other thing I like to do is if it's dirty, I just wipe it off as I go. And then when it's wrapped up, it's nice and clean, So we're just going to do that all the way to the top. You can see here, this process typically of setting up your board and taking your board down takes me about 15 to 20 minutes if I've got an individual board. So you just put that into your travel plans for the day. Add an extra 30 minutes on for working your board and getting it ready to go. Man, but that sure makes up for having to buy a rack or having to have storage. I mean, these boards are so compact, it's amazing. Okay, so then what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your paddle board bag, backpack. Okay, just gonna open it up. Main thing I think you wanna do is keep the fin pointed upward, okay? And then you're gonna put it in to your bag, just like this. You kind of just gotta maneuver it around a little bit. Oh ho. Okay. And then remember, your paddle goes in there with you too. So you want to unsnap the top of the paddle. There's 3 pieces of it, and I just put it right on top here. Sometimes it rolls off. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, and then once you have all 3, just tuck the paddles in. Just like this. Okay, and then remember, if you watched the videos earlier, and if you didn't, you should check them out. Right, I showed you how to use a hand pump. Okay, and the hand pump also comes in the bag, so if you're gonna walk up to your favorite destination, you can hike up to your favorite destination, pump up your board, and have a kick-ass time where no one else is on a paddleboard around you, okay? You can do that really easily. It just comes right in the bag here with you, all right? Then you got your tube, you tuck your tube in there, tuck your trash in there. Always pack your trash out, people. I get so, like, it really blows my mind when I go out on Folsom Lake or different areas and the trash isn't packed out. I'm like, do people just not care? You know, like I drop like a little piece of a wrapper and I'm like chasing it around in the wind in the parking lot. Like that's important to me. Anyway, make it important to you too. Pack your shit out, zip it up. Okay, got everything in your bag. Pop it up onto its side. Snap in the little snaps. Listen to stick figure, hell yeah. Drink Rainier beer, hell yeah. And Budweiser. Okay, you're all set up there. And just like that, everybody, your hollow board is packed up and ready to go home with you. I know this is a long video. I'm going to do one more just to kind of summarize it all up. Thanks for jumping in and learning how to pack up your board.